Alright, back to it. Can I talk to anyone? Talking time. See what everyone's thinking about. What people are doing. Oh, I got some more codex. It's probably one of my favorite parts of the game. Which one was this way? I think this is a doctor's office. Oh, more medi jail. Oh, 3 more. There's the dock. Let's see who's farther back here. Okay, no one back here. Let's see if we can get some more out of the dock.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me.
Alright, you got heard that one.
Too secure.
I should go.
Nope.
Goodbye, Commander.
Nope, she said the same stuff as before. Who else? But right second, there should be something back here. Here are the sleeping pots. Another codex. Oh wait, I never leveled up. Let's see, Evalyn. Evalyn got more renegade in her. Yeah, going these little small squares. 7 points. Basic armor. Tampering, sabotage. Here's the Spectre training. Spectre agents of the Council. The Spectres have access to special training unavailable elsewhere in the galaxy. Increase health, accuracy, and effectiveness of all attacks and powers. Grants Unity ability. I almost said Unity 3D. Intimidate. Motivating buyers. Set imitating score to 4. Open up new dialogue options. Sell items to store at a 2% more credits. Increase damage, accuracy. Unlock light armor. So now I can wear light armor. Oh wait, I can put armor on my stuff. Okay. What about this one? Electronic damper, advanced overload, first aid, medic. Reduce the recharge time to all. Yes. Charming, store discount. The intimidation, store discount. I think these are one and the same. Yeah, these two are the same, so. Alright, just stick with intimidation. Since I'm a Spectre, let's put 2 in there. See. Actually, I'm gonna put 1 in this one and put 2 in here so I can get basic shield boost. Shield boost. Restore 30% of your shield per second. Yeah. Alright, see what you have to say. Anything you need, Commander? I'm looking for a little bit of input.
Just trying
Oh,
to
you have a shiny forehead.
Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
Alright, tactical.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Alright, so every time you finish the mission, you come to him and he'll tell you about what happened at the mission.
We'll talk another time.
Commander?
Alright, let's see what else is here. I think this is my room. Yeah, this is my room. Personal manual. Shepard's room. I remember in Mass Effect 2, there was like a lot of going on in this room. Hey, let's see. Everyone should be in the basement. Press activate, right? Yeah, I did. Now we have Garrus next to the tank. Ooh. Talk to the requesting officer to purchase new equipment.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Supplies.
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Paying for it?
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Investigate. What are licenses?
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands.
Oh, that's why I was buying the
Many
licenses.
of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Okay, so those things I was purchasing were for him, so he'll have access to more stuff for me
Let's
to
see what
buy.
you got.
You bet, Commander.
Oh god. See what you got at the bottom. Alright, we got a grenade upgrade. Increase the maximum number of grenades you can carry. Yep. What else was there? Medigel. Increase the maximum amount you can hold Medigel. Yes. That is all I'm gonna buy from you. Keep your head up, man. Ooh, this is the Mako, right? Mako? Yeah, Mako. Ah, shit. I don't want to talk to him.
I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
I think we should have did some conversations with you so people would know who you are, Garrus. Or, you know, just jumping onto the Normandy. But, oh well.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Alright, what was it with Garrus? His father is the CSEC officer, so you always have to follow the rules, but even Garrus knows that you have to bend some things in order to get things done. That's why he left. Alright, where was he talking about? Bureaucrats. Not that bad. You shouldn't complain. True. Not that bad.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
Oops.
I hope you made the right choice.
Oops. Tough
I'd hate
decision.
for you to regret it later.
Yeah.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Compared to the other Tyrians, his model on his face doesn't look as good as compared to Nihilus or Saren. Sounds good to me.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
Yeah, the texture doesn't look as good as the others. Alright, look at the Mako. To change a squad equipment members' lockers. Okay, here you can click on and you can change their weapons that they have. Yeah, here you can upgrade your weapons for your teammates. I don't really care for that. But hold right there, Rex. Who's here? Nothing's here. Alright, here comes Rex, the best tank in the game.
Nice ship you've got. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
Wait.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Just a short one. Don't be an ass. Just a short one.
Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
That's unfortunate.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
Nope, not
It's
different.
not the same.
It isn't?
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I see your point.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand.
Damn, he looks
but
good.
Don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Touchy subject there.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't
Do
trying
it
to
somewhere
upset you.
else.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What's killing you?
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Tell us
What
about the
can you tell me about
genophage.
the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
Well, there is a scientist,
Ask
Krogan.
a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
See you later.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Shepard. Shepard. Shepard. And here comes Ashley. Can we talk?
Do you have a few minutes to talk?
Girl to girl?
One-on-one?
I never
I'm
talked to you as a
sorry,
girl.
Commander. I need to get my duties squared away.
Oh.
I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Fuck you then.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Ooh, wait, what's back here? Nothing. Oh, wait, there's more stuff. Hey, where's, Tally? Tally should be this way. There she is, Tally. Right there. Let's make a turn, make another turn. Okay. Speak to Tally now.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The ship's special? Normally they're not. Gathering information on us?
I don't like the idea of aliens studying the architecture of Alliance.
We're on the same side here. My people have more reason to hate the Geth than anyone, remember? But you can't blame me for being a little excited. I never dreamed I'd get a chance to travel on a ship as advanced as the Normandy.
Oh, you're into ships, huh?
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival.
You can see their
of the
two
kingdom.
little eyes.
Ships are our most valuable resource.
I always want to know what they look like without their
But
mask
we don't
on.
have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
300
I can't
years?
believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Ooh, let's learn more about the pilgrimage.
I want to know more about the...
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet.
Keep from inbreeding.
But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Did he always accept?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Sounds dangerous.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what? The Geth, the ones you created.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Tell me.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
Isn't that illegal?
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brain power?
Oh, hive mind.
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in the group, the smarter they are.
Oh, that's great.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that.
No?
They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input.
That's what I always thought.
Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
So it'd be like playing comp in Overwatch with people who don't talk on their microphones. So 6 people without mics, still getting the job done. Still alting together and everything. Why did they turn on you?
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
What happened next?
What did you do?
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise
I always
up
want to know, is
against
that
us,
white spot
so
on
we
her
acted
mask? That's her
first.
nose?
A general order went out
It has
across
to be.
all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
They defended themselves.
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
Alright, skip that. Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about
The
your
Quarians.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Like what?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child.
Oh, one-child policy.
If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
Conclave?
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I think that's everything. Thanks for talk, Tally.
I should go.
See you later.
We got 70, that's a lot. Ooh, what's this? More codex? Yep, this is the hyperdrive thingy. Ooh, element 0. I don't think no one knows about the element 0. Here's a little bit of reference. I think that's everything. Now I pick what mission to go to. I still hate this. Press the shift button. Doesn't go any faster. At the top. Oh, I was wondering who's that. Garrus, working on the tire. He's always in the tech stuff. It's just sad I didn't get to do much with Garrus before the mission started. Why not this thing work? Okay, there we go. Ooh, here's the navigational personnel.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our...
They're on our side. You doubt my decisions?
I'm in charge here, Presley.
Presley,
I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Alright, back to this. Aliens on the ship?
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Never turn away help. Never gonna give you up. It's not just our problem anymore. Nope,
This is bigger than humanity. Saren's a threat to every species in the galaxy, and I'll welcome anyone who wants to help me bring him down.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander, this won't be a problem.
I wonder, does that affect my speech I had when I took over to Normandy? Thank you, this is our problem, we don't need them. Might do a little backpedaling on that. Just a little bit. A little bit of backpedaling, not much, just a little bit.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
Now you're here.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Okay, the Skillian Blitz. If you picked, what was it? Alright, the Skillian Blitz. I believe if you picked, like, a colonist in the beginning instead of, well, Evalyn's a spacer, but if you picked Evalyn's background is that she's a spacer, but if I chose Evalyn's background to be a colonist, she would have been at the Skillian Blitz, so that would have been part of the story. But it's not. That would have been part of her background. So we would have more conversation between these two. That's it.
Carry on, Presley.
Carry on, Presley. Ooh, now we're at the galaxy map. Press E and open her up. Right click to zoom out, left click to zoom in, select a destination, or, and scan or land on a planet. Alright, that was fun. That was a look at the place. Let's see if Joker has anything to say. Did we just do Joker? I don't remember. Hey, Joker.
Commander.
Ship status report.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander.
Bragging.
Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I just want to talk, man.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yes, I do like to know my crew.
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
Disease?
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik's syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
How do you get the nickname?
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
That's not an answer.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Well, at least you don't paint your face. Tell me about the disease, Vrolik syndrome.
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Not contagious, is it?
Of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no... They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures. Hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
So you would be Mr. Glass from the Unbreakable. You'd be so you would be Samuel L. Jackson's character. So that's a real thing, yeah. Yes, it is a real thing. How do you do your job?
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
Alright, ship's all yours.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Ah, Joker, I love him. Alright, where were we? Alright, about to take this Normandy off. Alright, I guess we'll end the video here, as the map is currently not working. I have to get Presley on it. The moment Anderson leaves, everything just starts falling apart. Or maybe it was just on purpose. I think we'll just go pick up Liara. Alright, see you next episode. Bye.